All right, let me go ahead and get Nick on the call here. Let's go ahead and talk to Nick real quick, see what he wants to do. We can talk a little bit about the cards here and what he wants to do. This might give you guys a little bit better insight as well about, you know, cards and what you guys want to do with the current state of things. Yo,
Hello?
What up, dude?
Yo.
Let's take a look at your cards, man. How you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. Very good, very good. I told you we kind of go over your cards and I guess talk about them a little bit, right? To see what you want to do with them.
Sure.
So, yeah. I actually didn't know that you had this Dark Alakazam in here as well. Oh.
Yeah, so a little story about that. So I was doing the break with like Chance and his box, and he said I can get one card, right? Or one pack can be mine.
Okay.
And the card that I pulled happened to be a Dark Raichu.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, I was there. I was with Miz, remember?
Speedball?
You can just rip that up, it's fine.
Sleep?
Oh! Ah! Yes! Yes! Yes!
This is
That's
literally
what's so rare! Yes!
Yeah!
That's so rare!
Oh my god, dude! Oh
No, Red stole it! That's 5K! It's the rare!
Chance. It's worth 5K. It's 5K. No, he put it in the loop.
He put it in the loop!
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
Yep. And it was really, really good, and I was super happy about it. But like, you know, chat saw how happy I was and how good the card was, and Chance saw that, and he's like, you know what? No. And he took that and destroyed it. So he gave me another pack, and we pulled that.
And he let you have this one.
Yes, so that's the only hollow to make it out of his set not destroyed.
Damn, okay. If you guys didn't see that, there's actually some videos still online if you guys want to check that out from my perspective of that. Yeah, we'll kind of go over your cards here and we'll kind of see what you want to do with them. So as you know, these actually, what was the story on all these? You got some, and then you know you were given some from your friends, right?
Yeah. So the story about these ones is, so we did that OTK unboxing, right?
Yep.
And each one of the OTK streamers and everyone got one pack, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my pack that I got, I pulled the Zapdos, and we were all such in good spirits that whole week, and people kept getting boxes that Rich actually and Miz, and I'm not sure if you helped or not, but I actually got the other two birds for free.
Yeah, I was there actually when you got this one. I think Rich gave you this one, and or this one, or Miz gave you this one. I forget.
Wait, no, I'm stupid. I unpacked the Articuno actually. Never mind.
Yeah, that's what I thought. This was the one that you were at Miz's old place, and then you were in his room and you unpacked this, right? This was you.
Yes, that's what I packed. Yeah, and they gave me the other two. Sorry, I forgot. Zapdos is just my favorite, so I just keep thinking about him.
That's crazy, dude. So this definitely has some sentimental value to you, right? That's for sure. I mean, all of them do technically. So I guess the only issue here is, where do you want to send your card to get graded? I think you definitely want PSA, right? That's obviously the big standard. But I gave you some suggestions of going to CGC, and I'll lay it all down for you here, and you can make a decision, right? So PSA currently right now they are closed, and they don't have their submission levels for the value, economy, regular, and express. The only ones they have are Super Express and Walkthrough. That's $300 and $600. $300, which goes up to a declared value of 5K. $600 goes up to a declared value of 10K. And what that means is, if the card finishes and gets graded for whatever grade it is, and it's worth that much, that's the correct, grading area, and that's what you're gonna have to, that's what you're gonna be paying to get the card graded. Now, typically, these cards at PSA 10, some of them are expensive. Let's take a look here at the Articuno, right? I think that's going to be one of the big hitters here. Let's currently see what it's at. This is kind of the process and what you would kind of go through and look at if you were going to, send it in. So Articuno's PSA 10s sell for about 3K. Let's see here, Zapdos PSA 10s go for about 800 to a K. And then you have Moltres that go for about 1,400. These are all recent prices, right? 1,500. So in my personal opinion, unless you want to really get these cards back really quick, you're not going to want to send it through the $300 Super Express. $300 per card is really expensive before shipping, right?
Let me tell you something about me. I do not care about money in the slightest. I just bought a $13,000 camera for my main kitchen setup. I will sacrifice money for time any day of the week.
Really? Okay.
Yes, because to me, time is the most important currency on the planet. You can always make more money. You can't always get more time.
This is so true. This is actually so true.
So if I can get my cards back faster, I will give you $1,200. I don't even know sure if they even take the Alakazam. I'm not sure what's even worth.
Oh no,
And we can
you
send it out
can
ASAP.
grade all these through walkthrough if you wanted to, and pay 600, right? I mean, obviously, I think the 300 is already, you know, too expensive, but I mean, that's already going to be fairly quick. But yeah. So if that is the case, then if you want to send all the birds to PSA, then that's the best route. But I mean, I'm just giving the rundown on how, you know, people would usually get things graded. They would probably send these in around the, you know, even at the regular level, which used to be $50 and it's now $100. And what happens is that you submit it in, and they'll get it in, and it'll usually take, obviously it'll take a little bit longer. And if it does hit a 10, what will happen is that they'll upcharge you, and then you'll pay that amount that you have to pay, right? But if it doesn't and hits like a 9 or something lower, then you got it graded at the right, you know, price point, and you didn't lose money, right? Because if we send it in the $300 level and it doesn't get a 10, obviously it's going to be worth a lot less, right? And you could have sent it for cheaper. So that's the only thing that people gotta, you know, weigh out. But if you really don't care about that and you want it back even faster, then that's going to be your best route. See, so it really depends on what you want to do. Everybody has a different situation and a different goal with what they want to do, but kind of understanding the whole thing can help you to make the best choice for you, right?
Yeah, so these cards specifically, since they do have sentimental value, are the ones that I would, you know, I would pay for. Whereas, you know, like I have a whole bunch. I have like all like the new shiny Charizards and all that stuff. You know, I don't mind waiting until you know PSA has more time, or even try the other one that you're talking about.
So yeah, so that brings me to the second part about CGC, right? So people have been talking about CGC. CGC's been around for a long time. They do a lot of comics, but in terms of cards, they're just kind of newer in cards, but they're definitely making a good name for themselves. Right now, they're known as a place that is pretty cheap, pretty quick, and you know, and it's very easy to get your cards graded by them. They recently increased their prices, but even with that, they're still cheap. Let me give you a gauge here. I told you that a $10,000 card, right? If it's worth 10K, it's gonna has to go through walkthrough $600, right? A $10,000 card for them is only gonna be $60 before subgrades, which you can actually put subgrades on your card, which PSA doesn't. Subgrades is, you know, the corner, edges, surface, and centering. So that's something that PSA doesn't do yet either. So you could get subgrades, and you could send it in through Express for $60 plus like $10. What is it, like subgrades? So $70, and you would get it back in 17 business days, which is actually fairly quick as well.
So I have a whole bunch of like the newer stuff that I do want to get graded, like a whole bunch, because my whole goal is to have like a nice little like one of those wooden glass shelves, you know, put all the cards in there with like lights so it can display it, you know, and those I wouldn't mind sitting to, you know, the other place, especially just if I can figure out how to do it. Yep. But these ones specifically, I would really like to be in the PSA, because I already have some graded cards. I have a PSA 10 like black shiny Charizard from Champion's Path, and
nice.
then I have that one card I stole from Miz, which is some random Blastoise. So we already have two. You know, so if we could do that, you know, I'm down to pay a little bit more. You know,
you like it in the PSA case, right? Your preference is PSA case.
Yeah. And
okay.
I'm not sure if the other ones can do like when you take like your phone and you can scan it. Do they have that same capability on the other
CGC has that. The PSA also has that, but the CGC one, because it's newer, has been a lot better. I wish PSA and Beckett made it they updated their system, because CGC's one is really, really good. Like you can scan it, it shows you everything, and it even has a picture of your card front and back. It's kind of nuts.
Really? So,
yeah,
wait,
dude.
so it's actually a better version.
It's a better version, but obviously they made their system newer, right, than PSA, who did it a while ago.
Yeah. So ever since you told me about that CGC, ever since you told me about it, I looked at them on Instagram, and they don't really, for some reason, like I don't see a lot of tins coming out from them. Is it harder?
Yeah, they do computer grading, if is what I'm aware of. So it can be harder, yeah. But the main thing is that, you know, you get your card and you get it encapsulated, and you get it graded where you kind of like the case and where you want to as well, is kind of the main thing for you, because you're, you know, these are sentimental cards, right? When it comes to people that are doing more business and they kind of want to, you know, maximize how much they're going to make because they're trying to get rid of their cards and sell it because they want to, you know, do other things in life, that's when they, you know, it's like a different story. So this is what the PSA one looks like. So when I scan the back of the card, right, this is what the site looks like. Right, it shows you the certification number. It shows you all the information, right? You can see this was a, you know, Pikachu, a special delivery Pikachu, PSA 9. Gives you kind of all the information, right? Gives you the population of them too, how many are in PSA 9s, everything like that. So this is what the CGC one looks like. Gives you all the information as well, right? And they do have subgrades, which is nice. But the best part is this picture thing, dude. Right, which I think is super, super unique. I think a lot of people are trying to fake cases or like crack cases, but they actually take an image of your actual card and put it in here. So if somebody ever wants to, you know, buy your card or look it up, they can actually verify themselves with a little bit more information, you know, that this is exactly how it looks like front back of the card, which I think is cool. I wish PSA did this, and BGS as well.
That is actually really cool. Okay, so I'm actually feeling a little bit better about CGC.
I mean, I'm not like a huge advocate for them. I just like them more now that I got a couple things graded, and it just seems like it's like a good, cheaper alternative to get things encapsulated, right? And in the future, if you ever want to change your mind, you can easily get the case broken, take the card out safely, and get it resent and regraded, no problem. Whereas PSA is, you know, so expensive that once you kind of get it in, you kind of, you know, you don't want to do that because it was so expensive to already get it graded, right?
So I had one question about, like, since it is so expensive to get things graded, like, so let's say you find a graded card that's a 10, does that increase the value of the card because it is graded? That Articuno was 4,000 at, you know,
3,000 or something,
whatever.
three whatever it is, 4,000, yeah.
And since the prices have gone up to get it graded and you can't get it graded anymore, is the card worth more since it's already graded?
Yes, so that's one of the things that people have been talking about as well, because, you know, PSA is, you know, a little bit a lot clogged up, let's just say that. And for the fact that, you know, you can't really send it in for grading, some of the lower slabs even, and bigger slabs, are now valued more because you can't really get them graded that easily in current time, in the current market right now. So yes, that does increase it, but different factors that will hinder the price is that if you look at the card, people will still, because PSA has been kind of iffy on their grading, right? Some 9s look like 10s, some 10s look like they're 8s. People will actually still look at the card and say, okay, if this is a 10, right, in the case, right, pretend this is a case, they'll still look at it, and depending on how it looks, they'll also still dictate the kind of price on it, right? If it's a strong 10 or a weak 10. So that is something to keep in mind as well.
I think that my mind's made up. We can send these ones. We can do all 4, honestly. The PSA, I'll pay.
You want to do this one too? I mean, unless you want to do a fun one with this, what you could do with this is you could send this through CGC at the higher cost, even though you could do it at the lower cost at CGC. The $35 plus $10, what is that, subgrading? So 45 is 31 business days. The 60 plus $10 subgrading is, you know, 17 days. The walkthrough, which is the most expensive, $125 is their max. You could grade anything with them. Anything with them. $125 to get a Charizard first edition if you want graded, right? 6-day turnaround, $125 plus upgrades.
I mean, let's do it, dude. I think you're right.
It's up to you. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Is that crazy? You could grade these 3 for the price of 1 grading at PSA and get it back faster than PSA and with subgrades. Crazy, huh?
That is pretty crazy. So yeah, let's do that. Let's send the 3 birds.
PSA?
You know, the red one. Yep, PSA.
Okay. And you want to do this one through Express, or you want to do walkthrough?
Let's do walkthrough. I mean, sure.
Walkthrough. Damn. Okay.
I remember someone said that, I don't know if this is true, but they were like, if you pay for the higher one, you're more likely to get a better score.
Nah, that's BS. That's BS.
Okay.
I have a lot of experience with some of the my buddies that also do gradings, and it's all bro science. Yeah, it's all bro science.
Okay.
But I would consider setting this lower. I mean, just for the fact that, I'll be honest, if it comes back a lower grade, you might be spending the same amount to get it graded as, I guess, the price of getting it. But I guess it doesn't matter, right? Since it's sentimental.
No, we can send a little bit less. Yeah. If it gets back at the same time as the other ones, how long would it take for the other ones to get back? Like a month or something?
These ones, they didn't really put a estimated date anymore, but Super Express should usually be fairly quick.
Whatever you think is best, I'm down. Let's do it.
Okay. Yeah. I will. I mean, you can just send it anyways. You can see how fast it is, right? We can do a little test here if you want. Then you can be like guinea pig, right? We could put it through walkthrough and see how fast it comes back through walkthrough. Sure, fine.
All right, let's do it. I'll be the test. I'm down.
Okay, cool, sick, man. But I mean, yeah, hopefully it, you know, brought a little bit more light to, you know, maybe some people in chat as well. But it's pretty complicated when it comes to grading cards. It's complicated on the strategy of how to grade cards. It goes pretty in depth, I guess you can say, and decision makings now with so many different options and, I guess, things that are going on in the world right now. So
yeah, well, thank you for your time and your info.
Yeah, no worries, man. Did you have any other questions you randomly asked?
No. Nope, I'm good.
All right, man. I will talk to you later.